Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
It is an amazing sunrise this morning. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. Good morning. You want your breakfast? What is that? I came home and lit the Christmas candle. And we got 2 Christmas cards today. This is from my college friend Keith. He lives in Orlando. He used to be a cast member in the entertainment section of the parks. It's pretty. I like it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's... See it? Ooh, it's sparkly. I like that. And this came from my Aunt Julie. Psst. Andy. Hello. What were you chasing? Huh? What were you chasing? Well, you were going fast. I know, I'm feeding you. So the card from my Aunt Julie has got me thinking since I've been home. I've been home for like maybe 20 minutes. And it reminded me of how I would spend Christmas as a child. So since this is Vlogmas, I thought I'd quickly share that. Christmas Eve was always spent with just my mom and dad and my brother. It got to a point when I was like maybe early teenager, we would go to see a movie. I'm not quite sure if we would go out to dinner. That part's kind of foggy. We probably did. We didn't eat out very much, actually. Saved all our money for Disney trips. And then we would open the gifts among our immediate family. So then we would all go to sleep. We'd wake up and see what Santa brought us. Well, I guess this part is the only thing that differs from when I was like 7, 8, you know, those ages until I got a little older, was there was probably no movie. I think we would just be home when I was really young and, you know, open presents between ourselves. And then of course, you know, when we were really little, we could barely wait to get to bed and until Santa came. So yeah, the movie and the dinner was once we got a little bit older. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Hello, say hello to everyone. I don't know where you're gonna go. Where do you think you're gonna sit? I know, you can't sit in your spot right now. How about when we're done with the story? Would that be okay? So we would wake up Christmas morning. Mom would have some really lovely breakfast. We didn't have a specific thing she would make, at least not in my memory. And see what Santa brought. And then we would head down to my Aunt Julie's house. They were about a 40-minute drive south. We get there like afternoon, and she would have lunch for everyone. That side of the family was my mom's side. My mom is one of 4 sisters: Julie, Joan, Jane, and Jill. And among those 4 sisters, there's 9 grandkids, which I am the oldest. And so we would all be there, and we would spend all afternoon, and then after lunch around 3 or 4 o'clock, then we would draw names, so we would exchange those gifts. And then probably 6-ish or so, we would reheat everything up that we had earlier and eat again. And then us kids would just play and play, and there was usually some, "Mom, can I stay at my cousin's house and spend the night?" And because we were having so much fun. So yeah, so I've been thinking about that since I got home. That's kind of how we spent our Christmas. And now, you know, we don't really have any traditions because neither of us have family here. For Chuy, they didn't really do the gift giving and the Santa thing. It was a dinner at midnight with all of the family. So yeah, there would always be a big family meal at midnight, and they would probably get to bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning or something. I know sometimes, this was Christmas Eve now, because I know sometimes we would call to wish her, his mom, a Merry Christmas at, you know, like 10 or so in the morning, and she would be sound asleep or just coming home. And most of the time he's working, and so I tend to watch the Disney parade on TV. And you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He'll open Monday. I don't really have any plans. I think I might catch up on some movies and or some reading, because then I'll have all day just in front of me, and then I'll try to make something really nice for when he comes home for dinner from work, unless he's eating at the restaurant. And then I'm gonna have to get up and go to work the next day. So, but yeah, so, you know, it's okay. You know, I knew, here, let me change this. You know, I knew what I was getting in for when I married someone in the restaurant business, and that's okay. You know, I could fly home. Oh, sorry, I didn't turn off my phone. I could fly home and see my mom and everyone, but to be honest, I don't want to leave him alone. I don't think that's right. So it's, yeah. It works for us, and to be honest, up until I got married, I would fly home to Ohio, and it just became, you know, it wasn't even enjoyable, because I would usually have to work right up until you know, whatever the weekend was. It's not a very good time to be taking off, like a big chunk of time, as we prepare for a big event that we have every January at work. So, you know, again, it's all good. Like, I've gotten used to we celebrate holidays on different days, which sometimes works out for the best, because then, like for Valentine's Day, he usually works. That's fine. We'll celebrate another night, and then we don't have to be, you know, subject to some of these, you know, Valentine's specials that are, you know, $100 a couple. It's just a regular night at a restaurant, and they're not as packed. So we make it work for us, and we're very happy. And I know some people have, you know, a hard time with that, you know, and there are times I do miss being around a big family at a holiday time. But in general, it's okay, because he'll be home at some point in time during the day. I'll get to see him, so it's good as long as I have him around. That's all that matters. I took the camera today with me because I was going to do some taping. I know someone had asked, in response to a question I had asked earlier on in Vlogmas, like, is there anything someone would like to see specifically? And someone said holiday pastries. And to be honest, I've taken the camera around, and there's nothing really different about any pastries here. So it's the same stuff. There's nothing really too Christmassy. I will, oh, you know what? I meant to take it down today at Zaro's. They do have some packaged stuff that looks really pretty. But even Little Italy, you know, none of that stuff. It's nothing really different. So yeah, so I failed with that. And I was going to run an errand at lunchtime, and I got involved in something that had a little bit of a deadline. So that didn't pan out. And then I wanted to go to the Whole Foods up near me, because I'm trying to find phyllo shells, mini phyllo shells. I can order them online frozen, but if I can get them somewhere near here, then I don't have to deal with that. But I want to make something when his family's here next week. So I walked in there tonight, and it was just a sea of craziness, complete craziness. And I was like, I'm just not mentally prepared for this. And turned around and walked out. And I'm hoping they might let us go early tomorrow. Sometimes on the Friday of a holiday weekend, they'll let us go at 3. I don't ever expect it. If it happens, it happens. And then I'll go over there when I'm feeling a little more, you know, prepared for it. Because I had a lot of stuff in my bag that I was carrying. But I did take my vlog camera and I attempted to vlog, you know, some lights and stuff. And because I went a different way home, the lights that I was going to tape weren't there. So yeah, it all got turned around. But I'll get there eventually. It's Thursday. I don't know, Elf was on last night, and I like to watch like the first 2/3 of the movie. Once Miles, the guy comes in that they try to hire to write a book comes in, I'm like, nah. You know, to me, like all the cute lines and stuff are finished. But then when Chuy came home early, you know, he's not the biggest fan of the movie Elf. Yeah, go figure, I know. Except we do have our favorite line, which is, "Goodbye, buddy. Hope you find your dad." We say that a lot to each other. So that's our favorite line from the Elf movie. And he started watching, like, I think a Mad Max movie while I was editing last night's vlog. So by the time then I'm like, okay, can we, you know, I finished everything and I was almost ready for bed. I'm like, can I just unwind just a little bit with, you know, the last part of Elf? And then of course we came in right when Miles shows up in his car with the interior at 71 degrees. Not that I've seen the movie enough. So maybe it'll be on yet another channel tonight, or I'll find another holiday movie, or there's always the Hallmark Christmas movie. And I know I'm going to shout out to Brian from Adventures with Extra Magic. I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right because they recently changed the name of their channel. I think I got it right. Yes, it's the same plot for every single movie, but I don't care. Because there's always some... Well, you know what? Actually, it's become a game. Like I always joke with Chuy, it's like I could write these things in my sleep, and I'm actually pretty good at spitting out lines of the movie right before they say them. So, you know, yeah, it's fun. But it's, you know what, all those places are, you know, they're all like completely over decorated. I don't know, does anyone out there watching this particular vlog right now, do you know of a town that will dress up the town and the town square, if you have one, that kind of thing? I mean, the decorations for these TV Hallmark movies are always so over the top, but they look beautiful, and that's part of why I like it, because we don't, you know, really have a lot of decorations here. But yeah, like I can't even think of like my hometown. Like there was the one tree in the town's, you know, like the main little square, and then the street lights of the main street would have some sort of holiday signage banner on them. But that was it. Though it wasn't like garland at every store and that kind of stuff. And I don't know anyone who's ever decorated their house as much as a Hallmark Christmas movie home has decorated. So that's another reason why I like them. So yeah, Brian, you can make fun of us all you want, and that's okay. All right, thanks for joining me and popping in for a little slice of our life here for Vlogmas Day 21. I don't know why I was about to say 22, but that's tomorrow. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.